Love and Light Collective. Back at it with another live stream. Oh, are y'all ready? Y'all not ready. Are y'all ready? I'll wait. Are y'all ready? Okay. Much Love and Light Collective. A lot's happening behind the scenes, right? And I am keeping a pretty good pace, but man, oh day, I feel like I am ready for my second wind of the day as I am eyeing up my Red Bull over here. Um, Here's the sitch, you guys. You know how I feel about karmics, right? Like they're necessary, but are they something that we want to like overly focus upon? No. Okay. So me, high key, I'm like, spirit. Really? Why are we talking about this? Like once I realize it's a karmic, I'm like, why do we care? Right? But we gotta talk about it because, we're all somewhere on the path, right? So no judgment, I promise. Only love and light, right? I wouldn't even want the karma, you guys, and I get it. I get it on a personal note, right? It's just that once you've done the work, once you've given yourselves the chance to fully integrate, the awareness, I want to say it that way, of your worth, plus adding that tax, okay? You go, why are we dealing with karmics? Like just off the cuff, you're like, I got questions. Why is this a thing, right? But again, we're all somewhere on the path, so I'm mindful of that, right? And apparently, it's been stressed to me that the reason why we're talking about this is because it's a need. Somebody's got to straighten their crown, all right? Somebody has been doing a bang up job, however, to be clear, all right, at ensuring the crown's straightening, okay? Love and light eat me. So please don't get it twisted. Like, no one here is being reported spiritually or otherwise for not doing the work, whoever I'm speaking to, okay? You have been taking steps, and this is why, most assuredly, that this person is an ex of yours, okay? A karmic ex, to be clear, right? So I don't know, maybe since yesterday, the day before, told like, okay, we have to deliver this certain kind of message, right? Referable to love. And here we are delivering it. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Kind of disappointed, right? I thought it was going to be something better, but it is something necessary to talk about. And you guys, pay attention. The channeling has already begun, and hopefully somebody's getting this, taking points, pointers, and taking notes. All right. The work has already been done at this to have learned the lesson, long story short. So please, whomever and who all ever is resonating with this particular message, this particular type of karmic individual or energy or entity, depending on who I'm reading for, right? Makes sense. Okay, makes so much sense. Once you know, you know. If you know, right? Um, and so, use, of course, utilize your intuition, right? It's not supposed to be gagged and bound somewhere so serious, right? That trumps any reader, it trumps any reading, okay? Yes, you do have it. Yes, you should use it, okay? So please and thank you, don't forget on this, okay? We're talking about a whole ball of wax already, right? And then on top of it, this particular ball of wax is literally just that, okay? Parts and pieces of more than one of the collective members ish and their people's ish, okay? So certain parts are going to be like right on the money, okay, and others not so much. Also, speaking of money, thank you for those that do resonate with the readings and as guided do tip and donate. I'm not opposed to it, in case anyone wondered. And if you do feel led to tip or donate or book a reading, okay, please and thank you. Please check the description box. I'm so ready. Okay, I'm so honored, nonetheless. All right, to read your cards as I do for most of you, anyhow. Right, freely. Okay. So, anyone wondering though, you guys, you're not getting the same type of style and depth for sure. Okay, on these free general readings. However, please take heed because I'm not half-assing anything that I do through this channel, right? So, having said that, thank you to those that will check out the description box just to see what all's in it, okay? And inclusive of what all's in it are the live stream rules, okay, for your free tarot reading, okay? So if you're not familiar with them, please get to know them, okay? Make them your bestie so we can get on here and do things easy peasy breezy, right? When it gets to be that time, dare I say, when the bell rings. For those, and there are many, okay, that have already done the work to the point where you are familiar. All right, those live stream roles are, giving bestie energy, right? Thank you. Okay, you make what I do a lot easier when I come on here to do just that. All right, thank you. Okay, because your girl is moving in and shaking, and you know what? Every little bit helps. All right, so thank you for those that are kind enough to be helpful towards your girl and the mission, all right, the channel, as it were, and the love and light tribe. Okay, very high vibrational, very loving. You guys are amazing. I literally have the best collective, hands down, right? I don't even care what any other reader may or may not be saying out there about their own. I know I stand for mine. All right, so you guys came to do the work. You guys come and you show up and show out on these live streams every freaking time, not even just sometimes. And I'm so grateful to be able to say it and know that. All right. So don't mind me when I go off on tangents talking about how great you are. It's just the truth. And, I really like to ruminate in that kind of truth, if I do say so myself, because it's amazing. You're amazing. Shouldn't be any problem with that. But I digress. Thank you so, so much for your existence as well as your participation in all of this, inclusive of this thing we call life. All right. Thank you. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. I really do love you guys. Much love and light, collective. All right. So now that that's out of the way, all right, we're going to let some others get on here. I will be ringing the bell in a short few. All right, no worries. And today's message is pretty, I don't want to say cutthroat, cut and dry. Okay. I feel like the karmic individual might be looking at the collective member at this particular juncture as a bit of cutthroat type of energy, or having the ability, right? Maybe they're just now realizing this, that you can definitely have what's lovingly termed as a cutoff game. And it definitely is able to be on point. I have to say it that way because I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, all right, you haven't always had the boundaries up and enacted, right? Like, it's like maybe you knew that, oh, that's a hard line item, like I should not bend to this person's will on this kind of thing, but you were checking and checking twice, right? Not to call you Santa Claus or anybody, but just really trying to be sure that you were sure that this was over, that this person was no longer granted access to you, right? And you know what? I'm not coming for you on that. That's great to actually be sure about what you're doing. You should, regardless of whatever it is, if you're doing something, anything, know your why, right? Otherwise, what are you doing, really, right? How confident would you be doing in any of it or most of it? And what kind of weakness might be created by that kind of weakness? Makes sense. All right. So congratulations on getting yourselves to the point here, collective, where you got to the point where you said, you know what? You're done, sir, ma'am, bro, sis, right? Take what resonates here. Somebody could be from New York. All right. This person, this karmic individual, could have ties to New York, or hail from New York. Could be some significance to Dior. And there's some significance to an age gap, right, between you, collective member, and this person, this ex, this karmic individual, right? This male, perhaps, could be literally someone in a male meat suit. Okay. There is some significance to Piscean energy here. So you could be a Pisces collective member. It doesn't have to be the case. It could be this person. But really, you guys got to watch the sarcasm. If you enjoy sarcasm, which I'm not saying it like, gosh, I don't understand how you would, right? But it's coming through in the sense of a bit of stagnancy, right? Like maybe you got yourself well trained in, sarcastic type of timelines, right? and to the point where some aspects were normalized, where it's really just like, no, that's just extremely toxic. There's no normalizing it just because a whole grouping, a whole family, a whole lineage, right, are participating in these toxicities. It doesn't make them any less toxic. In fact, it's all the more toxic, right? Can't get away from the toxicity. And I do see that this person could also have some what is it? What do you call that? Addictive personality trait, right? Some aspect of addiction is affecting this situationship, relationship. Gosh, I hope we're not still calling it that, but just saying, okay? You're being guided to actually perform out the rejection that most of you already have, okay? And I feel like what's going on here is a collective member has already enacted this, right? But is like hesitant after the fact, or is like fearing perhaps, or feeling as if they should maybe have you know, done things a little different. I'm not getting that's the case though. I'm just getting that's your energy, if that makes sense. Okay. And of course the goal was to get a message from this lover. Okay, whenever I realized, okay, we've got some sort of urgent or highlighted type of love reading. I want to put the air quotes there. Romantic type of potentiality reading. Even there, it's giving. It's not. This person isn't really even a candidate. Level 8, Devin. So, it's almost like, you know, this is a synchronicity. This person from the collective, regardless of how many of you, it's like you're in your head about this, and you're like making sure that you were fair in whatever actions or decisions that you enacted and, you know, like operated out of, right? You're questioning the finality of the boundary. And really, firm boundaries are exactly what's needed here with this person. And again, friendly reminder, rejection is on the menu for you to enact, okay? It's really, you know, as the card states, actually divine protection, all right? Now, for those that maybe don't resonate with the cards necessarily meaning it that way, and this person, you know, got hot-headed perhaps, or immature perhaps, and rejected you. Either way, protection. You are protected. Either way, you're coming out on the great side of karma. Either way, this person's done, right? Like the chapter's ended, season ended, right? It's no longer even hot versus cold for them. It's just non-existence needs to be a thing attached to this type of um, dynamic, right? No more. Gone are the days, all right? That's old earth paradigm at best, right? And really, that wasn't even it then. We're just, again, somewhere on the path, learning and growing our souls collectively, yes, but also individually. And so we're talking about some of these things, even though it's old earth kind of ish, because some of us, all right, are still coming through that realization that that's just literally the case, right? That's literally old earth-ish. We're in this new earth paradigm, right? The shift has already occurred. Makes sense. It's funny because this Piscean energy, you know, you could subscribe, whether this is you or your person, with being very sensitive and susceptible, excuse me, to others' pain. Now, here's the sitch. Empath, okay, hello you. Yes, you are, right? Makes sense. Okay, maybe people say you're sensitive, but really at your root, it's going back to you being that empath. Okay, friendly reminder, observe, do not absorb. Okay, I get it. You know, this person is giving broke, busted, and disgusted, and not necessarily a bad person, right? Broken, yeah, but you're sure, right? Bad, not so much necessarily always, from every karmic individual to the next that I'm speaking on. And you guys, friendly reminder, anyone, inclusive of chosen ones, with their free will, and everything, right? The way it's set up here, you too, okay, can willingly, if you should choose, I'm not saying you should, okay, but just to be clear, to understand that we're not here playing tit for tat, you too can enter into karmic energy. Sometimes, depending on who I'm speaking for, speaking to, and addressing, right, you're contracted to be just that. That's why you hear so many times in the spiritual community your own energies, okay, which again are on the great side of karma, being referenced as just that, karma. Okay, so be mindful. Don't be, so quick to judge, okay, because long story short, we're all here referable to our soul contract to learn and grow our souls. Chances are the karmics are essentially on your payroll. You need them, honey, to be introduced to experiences, we'll put it that way. And I'm mindful that some of those experiences, quite frankly, had to have been inclusive of ABUSE, right? TRAUMA. Okay? Just saying. Long story short. It's a very blunt way of saying it, but by it, I'm still referencing the truth of the matter. Okay? So there's that. Be mindful not to absorb simply and solely, right? Have to say that because many of us are alchemists. So transmutation does require a bit of participation referable to that absorption, right? But not just willy-nilly, just off the cuff, just accepting of everyone's energies, right? You're not here to transmute everyone's energy. You're not here to save everyone. Makes sense? But you are here very much so to learn and grow your own soul. And that's why we talk about aspects of forgiveness, not for the other person or people or organization or grouping, right? Or village, right? But in the sense of intentionally freeing ourselves from, the less than desirable outcomes, energies, environments, and relationships, okay? And so again, it kind of goes back to having done the work to a certain level, measure, and degree, you really just no longer even accidentally intention to cast pearls before swine, even accidentally allow people into your energy that should have access denied, right? And so this person, it's, what, this is also why we say about, like, do you want the other person's karma? This person could have been a good individual, but because of their brokenness, their lack of discipline, their lack of tenacity in believability of their own capabilities, right, allowed, and maybe even more aptly stated, made certain agreements, to, again, long story short, experience to some level, form, degree, and measure some aspects of less than desirable karma. I'll say it that way. Okay. And you know what? I'm also getting something through the channeling, something connecting back to the lineage, the blood ties. So this person, ooh, chills on that, could in their own right have been like intended, set up for being chosen, right? That chosen one out of their own generation, out of their own blood lineage, blood ties to transmute, alchemize, break off generational curses, etc. Learn and grow their soul, right? I'm also getting some aspects of jealousy on the strength of, maybe at certain points you guys had what would most aptly be referenced as, how do I want to say this? Trauma bonding, right? And then it was all well and good up until a collective member really kept going on the ascension track, right? And you know what? It's so crazy. That is so funny because I did consult the harsh reality deck here, you guys. And the first card out from this person says, since you've shifted timelines, collective member, I've been trying to play catch up to you, but instead played myself because I'm being denied access to you. Your spirit team greatly protects you now. All right. So you are to accept everything does happen for a reason and learn the spiritual lesson. Okay. You've already gone through it though, babe. You've already, don't pretend like you weren't present and enrolled in the class. What all ever the class may be mentioning or be referencing here. This person already has come into your life already to teach you the spiritual lesson already. So it's time to decide that you're moving on, that you're essentially graduating, that you are lightening your load by cutting off dead weight, perhaps, right? And again, we're talking about rejection of this type of timeline, of this type of dynamic, of this type of connection, okay? And of this person. Keep those boundaries up. If you didn't place them up yet, go on ahead now, wait. Okay? Just saying, okay? Because you can't, you don't want to handle this person's karma. I can't say you can't, but you're not scheduled for whatever and whatever this person will most assuredly bring to your table, to your court, to your finances, maybe even aspects of your health, mental, and physical. I'm trying to say sexual and spiritual as well, which is just as important. LOAI, right? And so, this Piscean energy, they're calling me back to Pisces. They can tend to fall in love with unsuitable people only to be let down. And the card further states, this is, I am just the messenger. So serious, you guys, right? It says, if they listened to their intuition, they would hone in on the right person without these painful emotional tussles. Emotional tussles. I do need to state that whomever I'm speaking to from the collective, you definitely do need to take preventative measures to call your energy back, have your energy cleansed, give energy back, and really maintain a stubborn energy about keeping those boundaries, about the access denied. Okay. This person is giving very low dense energy, which to me is giving attachment energy. All right. I was preparing myself to come on to the live stream, which, for part of that is I got to be prepped to actually come on the camera, right? So I'm literally, there could be some aspects to mirror work here. You might need to actually smudge down your mirrors, your windows, okay? Because this person could be remote viewing you through those type of portal energies, and or just interjecting energy into your environment, okay? Long story short, and that's not a message to scare anyone. But it is a message, okay? You see the card, look at the screen, please read it backwards. I know you can, right? You get the gist here. So we've got that and unexplained freak accident coming out here. This person, you already know who it is. There's something about tapping into your intuition, your intuition, your intuition. I started out the session talking about your intuition. So that tells me that you need to trust your intuition. Yes, but also you need to raise awareness that you have that. Okay. Love and light, Lisa M. So, don't act like you don't know now. Don't act like you don't got it now. Right. So there's no piles right now. This is just the general collective message here today, Lisa M. And, there could be some significance to Mars and or Jupiter energy, okay, whether it's in retrograde or not, I'm hearing to say. And friendly reminder here, whether you're Pisces or not, okay, there are plenty other fish in the sea, as it were. It's so funny. We've got Pisces, the fish, and from the Lenormand, the fish coming out. So that's also giving high key double confirmation of somebody here being a Pisces, all right, whether this is you collective member or not. And again, somebody's connected to New York, whether you or this person or both of you. And there is definitely an age gap here, okay? I had gone ahead to pull out the archetypes for this person. And that also gave an affirmative confirmation referable to the age gap. If I do recall, yeah. This person could be a tall male. Somebody could be tall in general, whether guy, girl, what have you. But we have mature and bold come out as well. And this could be, you know, I'm getting 7 to 10 years, 5 to 10 years age gap. Okay. Somebody could be a kindergarten teacher. Another person here could be a dancer of sorts. Take however that resonates, because there's more than one kind of dancer, honey bun. And maybe you're all of them, right? Maybe. Stranger things have happened, okay? Um, or a teacher of sorts, whether kindergarten or not, okay? Somebody here could actually wear jeans with the cuff, like, or they could roll their cuff. I know I'm speaking because I want to take my nose off. Forgive me. Oh my God. It just gets so, I don't even know. It's like tickly is not really like accurate enough. It's so like, very disturbing for me, on a sensory note. But anyways, Archangel Michael could be of some significance as well, because I'm looking at his sword here. It's so funny that they should put the sword down though. Maybe somebody's got some recent flight to take, airplane travel. This person wants to come back, okay, whether you're a teacher, whether they're a dancer or not, right? And they want like some breakthrough. It's so funny that they want this. They want the Ace of Discs, right? The Ace of Pentacles. Hell, they'll even take the Ace of Swords, right? And on the other side of that, I see the truce. Yeah. They want this truce. They want to be back in your good graces. They want all this divine breakthrough assistive type of energy. Makes sense. They want you, chosen one, collective. Makes sense. Do you see now? This is why it's very important to know your worth. Okay, because when you know your worth, you can look at the situation, look at the person, look at the text all the more faster, and be like, I see what you want. You want the energy, because energy is power, energy is wealth, right? Your energy, of course it is. You are a divine royal being having a human-like experience. That's way better than just being a mere human. Makes sense? Duh, right? Also with this fish energy, it's so crazy. 34 reducing down to 7. Speaking of cycles closing and incoming rewards, we're going to talk about it. Money, finances, prosperity, wealth, abundance, business, independence, entrepreneurship, freedom. All right. Freedom. Forgiveness is coming through again. Please be sure to forgive, not because this person necessarily deserves it, but because you deserve to be enjoying freedom. Okay. So you're on the great side of karma. So any divine breakthrough assistant type of energy that's on the board here, and you could lay claim, quite frankly and quite nicely, dare I say, to both the Ace of Discs as well as Swords, all right, which talk about money, finances, prosperity, wealth, abundance, business, independence, entrepreneurship, freedom, and more. So much more. Might want to claim that. Yeah, I would claim that. You know what I mean? You claim this, okay? Divine breakthrough assistant type of energies, all right? And just, you know, you got to lick those wounds. Go on ahead. It's going to bode you well. All right, because this person is not your lover. They are never going to be your lover in the sense of an actual being, because I don't even want to just say person, right? That will give reciprocity and also will be able to reciprocate emotional, loving kind of energy. They're not coded for that, babe. Some of you, these people are narcissists. They're not, you know, others, sociopaths. They can't, babe. All right. And so, you know what? It goes back to learning and growing your soul. And you go, oh, that was the blessing, the lesson, right? Not this person. There's a difference, okay? So let it be, you know, what it is for you. This person saying, I hope you can forgive me one day. It's so funny. I kept going, forgive, forgive, forgive. They too are asking you to forgive. I feel like for much more selfish reasons, right? But the message stands. Isn't that interesting how that came out? And again, you're forgiving to what? Free yourselves, not to absolve this person from, you know, any kind of karmic repercussions, not to, you know, say, oh, you know what, you win at this, right? Right. Like you're good, I'm bad kind of thing. No. All right. Just to simply move on in love and in light, right? With a sense of freedom, maybe newfound as ever. Maybe some of you have never felt free. Okay. And this is part for the course of how you get there. All right. So again, you feeling free and experiencing freedom, definitely not off the table here, collective. Just so serious. Okay. Keep going. All right. Yeah, this person literally had to tell them themselves, like, okay, they already outed themselves by saying your spiritual guidance team got the guard up, right? Like your goons in the spirit world, right? Who don't really care about feelings, who don't really care about the fact that out of the 1,209 things that they've committed against you, out of the 1,209 offenses that they've committed against you, they did 13 right things. Nobody cares, okay? It is what it is at this point, you guys. This is New Earth. The timelines are splitting, all right? The wheat has to be sifted from the tare, okay? There's not really anything you can do about that beyond maintaining your own selves here, okay? We're not here in New Earth to save everyone. We are here in New Earth to build, to grow, and learn our souls, right? And create a sense of utopia, okay? We can't necessarily reshape all aspects of this realm, this dimension, this earth plane, all right? However, you are much more able than it may currently seem, all right, to create that utopia experience whereby you are free, living out your freedom, all right, and grateful for same. Who doesn't want that? You know what I'm saying? So keep going. That's all, right? And this person's next card coming out from the harsh reality states, I am a karmic individual who prefers to feed off your energy because it is high vibrational. Makes sense? Hello, somebody. What did I just say? Right? This is serious. You need to know your worth and the value that you are. Your existence is value. Okay? So please be mindful who's in your energy and why, right? Do you even want them there? Do you know that they're there? Like, you literally have to check. All right. Long story short. And I know I'm speaking on some of these heavy hitting spiritual principles and rules and ideations. Okay. Please study to show yourselves approved. And if you should have any questions, shoot your girl an email. The description box has all the information that you may ever want, need, or should know in it. Okay. Please and thank you. Check out that box. I really appreciate it. Okay. Now, this person, for some of you here, they're seeing that you're moving on and they feel like, you know what, it's kind of giving out of sight, out of mind, right? Others of you are kind of like praying and wishing and hoping that now that you've kind of put the kibosh on the situation, the situationship, the entanglement, right? You've pulled your energy back, that this person will out of sight, out of mind you, right? So there's a whole ball of wax with this out of sight, out of mind card, because it's giving a lot of energies attached to it. From one side of the connection to the next, and from one couple's connection to the next, if that makes sense, okay? There is some significance to vegetation here with that garden spot also being referenced on the particular card. And so this is really talking about essentially, like, are you going to assist the divine with the pruning stage of your garden, as it were, of your utopia? And for those that don't know what utopia is, I mean, it's really talking about a sacred space within which you and your consciousness exists, whereby the experience consciously is tailored to where you are pleasantly pleased. Okay. And gone are the days where you're feeling and or fearing out of control, not noticed, not heard, right? But the anti that, okay? And so of course that's the end goal. And of course that's very much a reality and a potentiality for you, okay? You guys overall did not feel safe in this connection, okay? Some of you, your peoples were volatile, violent, okay? Hot, cold also comes to mind. You weren't sure, you know, what energies you were going to be met with next, referable to these individuals. You know, that's par for the course when you are dealing with somebody who is not in your actual frequency. It just can't work. It just can't feel safe. Okay. It just can't survive. Makes sense. All right. And again, going back to that spiritual guidance team that does always protect you. All right. Not just in the now space, but they always are protecting you. They'll fight you if they gotta, if you're trying to mess up the programming. You know what I mean? If you're trying to mess up the timeline, the agenda, you know, you will most assuredly get benched, you know, sat down a bit. All right. And many of you know, okay, you've tried it. All right. You've tried it. Now, I'm going to ring the bell, you guys. I'm almost done. I just want to be sure that there's not anything else to come out here. Yeah. You guys could be seeing 404 in spiritual code here, or you will be. And as the card states, what is meant for you will never be held from you. Have faith that spirit is taking care of everything. You could be seeing 333 as well, the bottom of the deck. Past, present, and future energies need examining. What do you truly want moving forward? Okay. This person's really bad at commitment anyhow. So what would you know what I'm saying? What can you do? What could you do? Right? It's either going to work or it's not. So which one are you going to force, right? That it's not working while you're like, I don't know, breaking bread with this individual and worse, right? Or it's not going to work while you call your energy back, move on in love and in light, and continue on to live out peaceably, feeling safe in whatever and whatever connection or connections you got going, right? I mean, make it make sense for you here, honey bun. It's pretty cut and dry. But again, can't get around the fact that we're still talking about this. And we're talking about this because someone's not honoring the truth of the matter. Long story short. I know this is somebody something because I'm trying to knock my freaking nose off my face again. Okay. So we got to talk about it, right? Now, at this point, you've got to stop looking through, even peeking, even peering just with one eye, right? Through the rose-colored glasses, because they're going to waste your time and perhaps wreck your life, and nobody needs that, okay? Spirit wants you to know that you most assuredly, and 4141 does reduce down to 55, so this also high-key makes sense and is of some significance. You've taken the proper steps, especially those of you that you know you've already like ended it with this person, but you were still like ruminating and you could tell that they were still in your energy, which made you ruminate further. Like, okay, is that like, should I have done that? Like, is that the final answer kind of thing, right? And you're being asked with this 1818 energy, which reduces down to 99, which talks about new beginnings, and 55 talking about life-changing-ish, okay? Focus on what you want rather than what you fear. A balanced mind is required at this time. Chills of that. See what I mean? This is why we're talking about it, babe. Okay? Because you've got to have that mental balance after you've actioned out placing up the boundaries and accessing denied, right? You still have to come through with the come through on that balanced mental energy, that dome space, right? No more double-minded. Yes, no, I don't know. Hot, cold. How about now? Right? Because this person is going to try you. Okay. You can read the title again, just saying if you need to. They're going to try you at all of those boundaries that you could ever think to create. Okay. Because again, and I'm not coming for you, but the way I'm reading the energy, long story short, in moon cycles past, that wasn't the case. You didn't really have your boundaries up. Even if you knew, like, oh, this person's lying to me, but, oh, something's not sitting right. You still rocked with it, though. You still made yourself available. You still allowed access to this individual. So this is all they know. This is all they're betting for. This is what they need, right? That version of you. That version of you is dead and gone, though, right? The old me is dead and gone, right? The way Timberlake sings it. Okay, so don't forget now, though. All right. Because I don't want you going through anything worse than what you've already like come out of. Really come out of for real. Like congratulations. Okay. Referable to this person, this energy, this timeline, this history, this connectionship. Make sense? All right. So the bell has rung, you guys. I have not forgotten about the free yes no tarot. But I do want to eke out while you guys according to the live stream rules, please and thank you, place your questions into the box. Okay, I'm just going to tell you this time around, you guys, this is either going to be archetypes referable to you and this person or this person, right? So, you know, take what resonates, let the rest sit. There's a lot of archetypes here. I'm not saying everybody's archetype should be here and, you know, literally producing a flip book of, you know, the timeline and the history that you shared. Makes sense? Okay, so just take only what resonates, you guys. There could be some significance to certain markings on an individual's skin, whether they are tribal, whether they are, I think we did have tattoos come out as well. Let me just check. Or scarring. Take what resonates, because I know we do. Yeah, we had the tattoo card come out. I don't think we have the scar card. Okay. Ooh, that almost sounds like Skarsgård. Maybe the Skarsgård men might be of some significance, or Mr. Skarsgård, hello. Let me stop. But we've got coarse curly hair coming out, as well as medium hair, facial hair. Somebody could be from Australia. All right. Somebody could be a practitioner of sorts. Doesn't matter what the practice, just a practitioner. Okay. I'm also getting chiropractor as well, like chiropractic practitioner. Whoever you are powerful. They made cards about it, whether you look like this person or not. But since we're talking about it, you could look like this person or not. Just saying, okay? Somebody here could be subscribed to that of a witch. Could have brunette hair, light skin, piercings. See, this person, okay, I'm definitely not going to lay claim to my collective having these unhealthy habits, but we already know from the cards earlier that your person, somebody's person here, all right, ex-person, okay, somebody's karmic, makes sense, okay. Yeah, unhealthy habits. It's a no-go zone, all right? Somebody got a mole here, perhaps. Here's that age gap coming through, all right? So there definitely is. It's like it's noticeable when you stand next to each other. It's like, oh, one of you is clearly older than the other, right? Can't get around the like significant. How do I want to say that? Wait, hold on a second. Like it's obvious. It's obvious that you guys aren't the same age. Excuse me. Somebody could color their hair different fun colors, like blue. Also getting like Crayola red comes to mind. Somebody could have a square face or braids. There's some significance to the color red lips as well. Plus size you could be, or they could be. We've got green eyes, oval face, and blonde hair coming out. And again, you guys saw the mature and or balding male type of energy come out, as well as tall. So that's who I got, what I got, and hopefully that resonated for you. If it didn't, let it sit, please and thank you. All right. Keeps you guys much lighter for the path up ahead anyhow when you do that. So serious. Much love and light, you guys. Let's see what we got here for the free yes no. All right, let's see here. Okay. Oh, love and light, Sean. All right. Raymond, you gotta have a better question than that, babe. Love and light to you as well. And you know that you know that you know. I mean that when I say it to you or anyone in my collective. All right. But we're not doing that. You're just, this is you, Raymond, right? So what are you going to do about it? Right? Like, what would you do about it? And you would have to be the one. Because even if little Miss Fiance is right there with you, she's not supposed to be doing this for you, like, and she's not supposed to be the one that firstly helps you out of this. All right? So what are you doing besides keeping yourself on pause, asking me for more readings about keeping yourself on pause? At that point, you know, you gotta check yourself and say, oh, what am I doing? What am I going to do? And not in the sense of beating yourself up and making you feel even worse. We're already talking about this kind of energy. You want to make it worse? I don't want to make it worse. Do you want to make it worse, Raymond? Are you making it worse? You might be making it worse. Should you make it worse? No. So what will you? You got to do it, babe. Like, you got to do you. Like, you know, even with your fiance being a wife officially, you would still have to do you, babe. All right? That's the way that you enter into a healthy and actual loving connection, is by doing you, such to the point where when you come to the table with somebody else, they don't got to do you beyond doing you. You know what I'm saying? But they're not keeping you happy, keeping you healthy, keeping you mentally in check. No, that's you. That's you. Yep. Because it's not fair and it's not nice and it's not loving to enter into a connection, whether a friendship, whether friends with benefits, whether a marriage covenant. All right, expecting somebody else to do any of those things for you firstly. Okay, now, of course, we're not here to, create partnerships and covenants with people that we can barely stand just because we're able to keep our vibe high in spite of them trying to deplete it. But you get what I'm saying here. If you come to anyone's table, all right, any connection, and you have the understanding, the request even, that they should be making you happy, making you better, you're already failing the connection, that person and yourself. I don't know how else to say it, right? Please check out Christina Lopes, Lopes. I implore you, Raymond Taurus, to check out Christina Lopes' channel here on YouTube, free as ever. I have no affiliation to her, but she's actually licensed. She's actually a clinical therapist of sorts, right? I think actually she was working with children years ago, not so much now. But I'm telling you, she has a whole host of library content that will assist you with getting out of the energy, all right, that we just looked at, and allowing you to experience the energy you deserve and desire, Raymond. Okay, so that's your reading, unless you got an actual other question for the free yes no. I'm so serious, and I'm loving you the whole time I'm giving you this message. All right, you can't tell me I'm not. That's the way you get your justice, Raymond. I don't know however else to tell you that, okay? Because it's just the truth. All right? All right. Love and Light Empress Flow Rider, please and thank you. Check that description box, babe, so that you are privy to exactly how to ask for your free yes no tarot. Unless you're looking to pay for a reading on the live, we could talk about that. But you guys, check the description box, please. I put it in the title. I said it, and I appreciate you guys actually participating, right, with the energetic exchange and listening and following along as the requests come, because I'm here to do the same thing for you, right? And it's only fair that way if we're both participating, okay? So welcome, you guys, and thank you for checking out the channel, right? And hopefully you get something out of it. Now, a little about me. I'm very much passionate about my collective, because guess what? I'll say it again. I literally have the best collective. So what I want to do is to come on and deliver with the utmost, fullest capacity as I'm capable of. All right, your messages, free or not. Okay, I take them all seriously, just the same. Just the way that I seriously love and light you. Just the same, collective. Whether we met 14 seconds ago or tomorrow, I said what I said, right? So another thing we're not here to do is to abuse tarot, okay? So if you guys come on and you ask me a question, let's say it's about a lover, you get your question, next freebie comes out on the next live stream, could even be the same day, and you ask me a question about the same lover, right? In the sense of what if, how about now? We're not doing that, because I'm not participating in ripping up your seeds of manifestation. I know too much about what that does. So I'm not a willing participant, okay? Because I don't want the karma. How about that? So please don't come for me while I'm loving and lighting you guys, because I'm literally doing just that, loving and lighting you. And there should be no problem in that. I feel like there's a problem if I would bite my tongue and participate in some spiritual, gosh, I have to censor myself here, buckery, I'm not stroking out. I just can't say the word. But anyways, you guys get what I'm getting at here, right? So I don't mean to ruffle anybody's feathers, and I don't want anybody feeling bad feelings, okay? Because I'm loving and lighting you. I just want you to understand that I'm loving and lighting you while you're going through a tough time. There's a difference, okay? And this too shall pass. And I'm very much here to see you through to that point where the tough time, the storm, right, passes. I don't want you stuck, all right, 12 months down the line asking the same question, if that makes sense, okay? So don't mind me while I'm loving and lighting you guys, because I really do love and light my collective. And again, you guys are too amazing to be, you know, literally broke, busted, disgusted, you know, rejected, pressed, oppressed, stressed, right? So we got to talk about things. Makes sense. And I'm okay with that. Hopefully you two are. All right. Much love and light, you guys. So let's see here who's next in the queue. All right. Let's see. So Raymond, I don't know if you left while I was giving you the whole entire channeling, but again, scroll back perhaps, babe, because I don't know if you left or something, but I don't know what you mean by, is it a good card that I pulled? I mean, the 10 of Swords is the card that I pulled. It indicates no. It had all those swords stuck in the man's back while he was lying on the ground or in the bed. I can't remember which. And so just even off the strength of the picture alone there, buddy, you should know that ain't good. And that's the energy that you're in currently, which ain't good, right? And I'm not here projecting that onto you. I'm saying, please get up, Raven. Stand up. All right. And fight for yourself. Even before this connection, fight for yourself. So whatever you know that you need to work on, whatever toxicities you know that you got going on, whatever obsessive nature about yourself that needs to be tamed, you go on ahead and start doing that work. By that work, I'm really talking about what is termed shadow work. And again, please and thank you, go check out Christina Lopes. Her last name spelling is Lopes. She's got a whole host of free content for you, Raymond, and anyone else who may resonate with Raymond's situationship, relationship. Can't make it any more plainer. All right, so hopefully you got that, Raymond. I'm rooting for you. All right, let's see here. So I believe we have Devin next. Okay. Well, I tell you what, as far as soon, Devin, probably not as soon as you're expecting. All right, we got 2 no cards. The first of which is, I'm sorry, we got 1 no card, excuse me, which is the 8 of Swords, which just talk about mental imprisonment, mental conflict, right? And then we've got calmer waters energy up ahead with the 6 of Swords, because finally the offer, the job offer comes in, okay? You're being asked to utilize your strength, and the bottom of the deck is that Justice card for you, okay? So claim it. If it's slow right now here, Devin, then you do what you got to do to make it so that when it gets fast again, you don't have so much to do on top of whatever the new task, the new job is, the new schedule, okay? There might be a situation where it's like this changes your schedule as well. So if you've got some paperwork, if you've got some cleaning, if you've got some organization, if you've got some education to get under your belt in the meantime, while you're in that proverbial waiting room, then go on ahead, Devin, okay? So it's not a forever no, but like a right now yes, not really, okay? Referable to the new job, okay? I'm getting, you may have not yet applied to where you're actually going, if that makes sense, out of the applications that you maybe turned in. There could have been 6 of them. There could be some significance to July as well, with that 6 coming in. Yeah, so don't worry. I know right now, okay, here's that 10 of Swords again, Raymond, we were just talking about. See how it's not giving good, right? This is Devin's reading, but I'm just, the card came out again here, right? But Devin, I get it. It's easier said than done right now, not to worry and everything, but you really got to check in with the mental space and just understand, if you know that you've done everything, you know you've filled out applications, then you got to know that job is coming. Okay, even though you don't know when. And divine's promising that it'll be double for your trouble. You're going to be in a heightened position financially once you get back up off the ground, kind of thing. Okay. All right, let's see here. All right. So if we don't have any other questions, I'm going to hop off, you guys. I guess, let's see here. Oh, you might actually get the Temu. That's great. I was hoping that, yeah, they should forward it. They should, but I don't, it's tricky because it depends on demographically the way that they actually, the way that they would actually deliver it. Sometimes it's through USPS and other times it's like this private, I don't know. Like I've seen people like, I've seen like this man and his family like in a van. And like when I'd see him, I go, that's the Temu order. Like it wasn't like the mailman. You know what I mean? So that's why I go, I don't know. But hopefully with the mail forwarding system in place, they would just hand it off and ultimately you get it. Hopefully that works. I know I'll be missing being able to order from there because, you know, their decks were pretty reasonable. Okay, let me see here. Yep, your intuition was on point. Eat me. Yep. I don't really know who you're referencing, so I can't offer any 2 cents on that one, Eat me. But you're very welcome, Devin. And thank you guys for hanging out. I really appreciate you coming on, doing the thing. For those that didn't want to check the description box, I get it. No worries. And hopefully you enjoy your day, your time on Earth. I don't know what else to say there, but so interesting. You know, whatever. All right. Love and light, you guys. Have an amazing day. And I do not know when the next live stream will be, but I know I'm very much looking forward to it. And for those that, like myself, you've been noticing you'd like a lot more live streams, please and thank you. Watch something on the channel. All right, it's going to help get towards that monetization goal. So almost there, you guys. So please and thank you. Thank you for helping your girl on that one because you know what? I can't do it all by myself and I'm not here to. So I don't know. I get grateful when we have that win together, right? Because I know even if, you know, I want to call it my own milestone, it's really our own milestone. Seriously, just like the channel, it's really our own channel. And again, I tell you guys all the time, it doesn't work so well without you. So I'm very mindful of that. And I'm very appreciative of you all coming on when you do. And, you know, keeping your girl encouraged, sending love and light the way that you do. And thank you for those who will send in tips and donations and who will book personal readings. They're open. They're open. They're open. All right. So just saying, in case anyone cared. All right. I don't know, Eat Me. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I think maybe, like, for instance, there might be like a window of opportunity where that email address is created and active. And once it's not active anymore, it's created and it's just going into nothingness, if that makes sense. So don't take it personally. Just stay focused. All right, you guys, there's a lot of rejection to be, you know, experienced out there. But even as we spoke on it today, earlier in the session, very much purposeful every single time. And same deal, very much protection every single time. Okay. Whether you're ever going to have awareness with specificity on exactly how that's, you know, the case or not. And, right. But Eat Me, it's still your protection. You can't just be like, no, it's not my protection. Just because they're interviewing other casting members, it's and still, I mean, if the divine don't want you casting your pearls before swine, then you're just not going to, right? Everyone else can be on TV doing it if they want to, perhaps, right? You know what I mean? So. Well, you know what, Amy, you can't expect yourself, like, how would she, if you trauma dump, like, make it make sense, Amy, if you trauma dump on someone, anyone, right? And they say you overcame a lot, how is that negative? What, you know what I mean? Like, what did you, like, I don't know if you expected them to, like, start ugly crying and grieving over, you know what I mean? It's like you overcame it. So, yeah. So, I don't know, maybe I'm misplacing context in the way that you're typing all of this into the chat. So I'm trying to quickly read it, but I was thinking, well, it is what it is, Amy, you know, you either overcame a lot or you didn't, right? But I already know you overcame a lot, and it's nothing to be apologetic about. You know, it just is what it is. Okay. Raymond, it's a no, not this week. Okay. I think you asked about that as well. So see how there's, and I'm not picking on you, Raymond, and I do appreciate you coming on here because it helps me assist others to know that they too are not alone when they go through these things. Please and thank you. Watch the mental space. You're obsessing a lot over what you really want. And the whole time I'm telling you, while you do that, when you do that, you're punching your freaking manifestations away from you. And I hate that for you. Like, I want you to stop. You know what I mean? So you got to really pick yourself up here, buddy. Because otherwise, if you couldn't do that, how would you carry on the connection? How would you properly spend your tax refund money, right? Like, think about it. You're being benched here for a reason, so you can do the work, you know? And doing the work isn't asking tarot, if that makes sense, right? Now, you want to go and do some work and then come ask the tarot, that's really informative and progressive, right? It's advancing you, and it's healthful, right? And helpful, but you'd still have to do the work. See, you can't leave that part out there, buddy. You know, check out Christina Lopes, CHRISTINA Lopes, and thank you. Okay, anyone, please check her out. She's helped me so much. She doesn't know me from a hole in the wall. I don't know her on a personal level. However, her content on point, very helpful, very informative, very easily understood. Maybe even more so than your girl. Who knows, right? Different strokes for different folks. I'm not here to gatekeep. You know what I'm saying? Whatever works for me, I clearly will share. All right. And so, you know, unapologetically, hopefully you do the work. It's going to show if you do, and it's going to show if you don't. You're going to be happier at least, right? Worst case scenario, you're going to be happier doing the work on the other side of doing the work, or you're not going to be because you didn't do the work. Choice is yours. I can't make you. I really pray that you guys do the work so that you get to the good stuff, the good life, that utopia, right? The actual loving, caring connections you deserve. You desire them because you are deserving of them. However, the divine's not going to give you and allow you to keep them if you aren't even able to maintain the fact that you are worthy of them. Okay, and it starts with you. Can't have somebody else outside of you coming to you talking about, oh no, you're worthy of me. Oh no, you're worthy of this love we got going. Oh no, how would they know if you don't? Make it make sense. How would you be easily identifiable as worthy if you're walking around going, I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. I'm nothing. I don't have this. I can't do that. I failed at that. Right? And? Right? It's what you're going to do next that matters. Not even what already happened. All you have is right now and the decision to make implemented change in the future. That's it. You don't even have the past. Somebody could have told you in your past 29 gabillion times, I love you. And tomorrow they'll know you not. Perhaps. Stranger things have happened. And what will you? Will you know your worth in the 29 gabillion times that the person said, I love you? And as soon as they take that away, you've got nothing, you're a nobody? That's not fair, loving, or the agenda that was written out by divine right and rule. So who are you telling yourself that that's the case? And why? Stop that. All right? You are worthy. You are deserving. You will keep going. Just get more specific about what you'll do while you keep going. All right? If you need some help, you need some guidance, book a session. Check Christina Lope's channel, also free, right? Take heed to the advice that has already been afforded unto you, especially by your guides. Not even just me. So serious, all right? Somebody here needs to stop ignoring the blatant signs, cries, and pleas from divinity, okay? And just get on with the getting on so that you get better, so that you live better, and so that you enjoy your life. Don't you want that? You came here to do that too, not just suffer and learn, right? Learn not to suffer, perhaps. Ooh, that's a good one, right? It is what you make of it. Just saying. And going back to that sarcasm that we talked about at the beginning of the session, Divine Universe doesn't care about you meaning or not meaning something necessarily. It's what you're saying. It's what you're emitting, even at the vibrational frequency level at this. So just how, such a thing as lip service exists, okay? Well, lip service doesn't necessarily exist when you're ordering up from divine, okay? When you're ordering from universal energies and entities. It is what it is. So stop expecting the universe to have a sarcasm filter referable to your own words, thoughts, and energy, okay? You've got to make changes and get out of the realm of toxicity and into the realm of balanced centeredness and control, okay? Not control of everyone else and everything else and stuff outside of you, but referable to you, your own energies, your own thoughts, your own words, your own intentions, your own mindsets, your own willingness to forgive, your own, disciplined nature to continue to remain faith-filled. Make sense? I didn't say it was easy. I said it's the cheat code. I said it's doable. I said it's what you should be doing, right? It's going to make you, worst case scenario, happier, right? But really, in general, of course, it's going to really be some sort of life-changing pivot here, okay? That once you kind of jump on over that hurdle, there's no going back. There's no sliding back. There's no disappointment. There's no failure. Okay, so please stop feeling and or fearing that disappointment and failure are things most assuredly to attach to your own existence. Nobody's saying that but you at that point, and still you've got to do the work to change that. Makes sense? Can't get around you doing your part, collective. So serious, okay? So hopefully you believe the way that I believe in you, and the way that the divinity that backs you is not only backing you, but believing in you and counting on you, right? So that you get on through, all right? I know you guys can do it if you should make the decision to try, okay? Not saying it's easy, but it's definitely doable, especially for you guys, all right? Much love and light, collective, if this is where I leave you, all right? No worries, but please know I'm always with you in spirit and in truth, all right? Love and light, Richa, so sorry if I'm butchering that. So please and thank you, honey bun. Check the description box for the live stream roles, you guys. Please triple, quadruple check at this point that you are in fact subscribed here on the channel, that you have hit the bell notification, and click it to all, you guys. If you keep it at personalized level, YouTube's not going to tell you anything about, oh, you can get your free reading now. Love's back on the live stream, right? So just so serious, make sure that you've hit the bell and slid the thing to all, please and thank you. And then when you guys shoot your questions in, you've got to ask it in a certain way so that I can answer yes, no, right? and all capital letters for the actual question. Otherwise, it may be skipped over. I may assume that you're speaking to somebody else in the community, which is often the case and definitely very much encouraged. I love when you guys come on and love and light each other. It helps make it fun. It helps make it inclusive as well, okay? And it helps some of us stay awake. So there's that. All right. So here's the sitch, right? We had wrapped up a beautiful message. Okay, long story short. For the collective, referable to some karmic energy. Okay. And right now, I'm just waiting for those that have joined us and definitely looking for their free tarot reading to really just implement those live stream rules, you guys, and get your question in. And then, but no pressure, right? If you don't want to, you don't have to, right? I can just hop off, no worries, right? All right, thank you so much, Rika. Is it? I want to know, like, how do I say that? Is it with the? Does it sound like a K or is it like a ch? I don't want to be saying it wrong. Every time you come on here, I'll be like butchering your name. Oh, so we got a no coming out here. What did you even ask me? Let's see. Oh, okay. So I see the conflict here is that you've not asked according to the live stream rules, and I didn't catch it because it seemed like you were following all the rules. Here's the sitch. I got to answer in a yes or no. I got a no for you. It's also the card of conflict. It could be Spirit saying there's a conflict here because you didn't follow the live stream rules in that manner. So we can do one of two things. You can follow the live stream rules all the way, and I can again ask, or you can just take this no, because that's the card, the only card that came out for you. Whichever your preference here. I kind of feel like this is talking about there's a conflict and the live stream rules weren't all the way. You guys, sometimes, I'm not going to lie, I don't catch it sometimes, and I try. This is also why I'm like, no, let's not waste our time, right? Let's just do it right the first time, right? I personally don't like to half-ass readings, and here we are talking about it, right? Yikes. So let me see what your preference here is. Okay, my preference is you guys follow the live stream rules, right? You're a V. I am V. Very much. Oh wait, hold on a second. Second one, Cha. Okay, Richa. Okay, thank you, babe. Richa. All right. So Richa. So I don't know if you want to. I mean, you're asking me a when, and you got to know, right? I'm just going to change it to will you get a job soon? All right. I'm getting yes, okay, with the Three of Wands, which really talks about the proverbial ships coming in there. The fisherman in the Rider-Waite series of the tarot, you know, is happy standing on the edge of the shore because sees ship coming in, right, and knows can sell wares. However, what I'm looking at is 3 ships that he's gazing upon, and I'm looking at the 7 of Cups, which talks about many options, choices, okay? So out of a couple things with this, out of the applications perhaps, or out of the choices perhaps that you have, there could be 3 that you would have to choose from. There could be 3 that you could get offers from. This could also be talking about up to 3 months from now when you do finally get clarity on the choice with which to work, with which to advance, okay? But you definitely will be getting an offer, okay? And definitely will be climbing out of any kind of lull financially, okay? I don't want to, I'm being mindful of the way that I'm speaking because I don't want to word curse or make anything worse, utilizing my own verbiage here, okay? So don't mind me, I'm trying to filter myself. All right, so that's what I have for you, Richa. Much love and light. Okay. All right, let's see here, Empress Flow Rider. Ooh, okay, let me see here. Yeah, I'm getting that you should walk away, right? And you should actually do what you know you can do, all right, aside from that. And that's going to produce like a level up of sorts with this swift good news kind of vibe. All right, you could actually even get other supporters referable to that business. But as far as advancing forward with that person, it's giving no. Yeah. It's giving no clarification. Nope. Ooh, clarification. Nope. All right. So you're very welcome, Empress. And you're very welcome, Richa. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm like, I didn't catch it. Oh no. It was almost there. Almost. Until I answered a yes, no to a when. I was like, ah. I gotta get like that. I heard like that proverbial record scratch. I gotta get one of those tones like just so y'all can know what I'm going through on the fly, on the real time. Or in the, I said real time, on the live stream. But you guys, this is for each and every one of you, right? Bigger, better, up ahead. As long as you don't give up and as long as you do the work. Oh, right. Maybe somebody here doesn't like to hear about doing the work. I need you to know doing the work is not about being bad and trying to be good all over again. Maybe somebody taught you that way. It's not the case, and you are in charge of reteaching you, reparenting you, right? You can be your own best, whatever you need, whomever you're looking for first. And you should, okay, so that you're ready and don't have to waste time getting ready later when, the opportunity beckons, when you get that call for the job and when the love of your life is staring you in the face. All right? Don't give up. So serious. I know I say it all the time, but I say it very much purposefully and necessarily, not blowing smoke up anybody's arse. So serious, okay? And again, you guys, don't forget, the aces speak to divine breakthrough assistance. So if you ever have any questions on whether or not you should lay claim to any one of these as they come out, definitely check with your spiritual guidance team, all right? Let them affirm. Let them confirm, okay? But really, whomever I'm speaking to out of the collective now at this juncture in this new earth energy, which is conscious-based awareness, right? You better know that you know that you know you already should lay claim, especially to the aces as they come out for you, you guys. All right, you are so worthy. You're so amazing. And you have been doing so much work. We get told all the time we have work to do, right? And that can be a little triggering because it's like you've already done so much work. But if you can, in those moments, kind of find some solace in the fact that because you've already done so much work and you're being asked to do more, you've got bigger, brighter, better days and things and experiences and people and relationships and jobs, all right, to really experience and lay claim to. So please, when you see these aces, you can go ahead and confirm. I would never say not to, right? But you best lay claim to them. Just so serious. My collective, oh yes, you best lay claim to any ace, divine breakthrough assistance, okay? Because you are so worthy. All right, I feel like somebody just needed that reminder. I love you guys so much. Have a phenomenal week. And send your girl some love and light so I can get on here a lot faster. Please watch something, anything on the channel. Doesn't even have to be from beginning to end. It could be 10 minutes, 1 minute, and 10 seconds. It could be 10 seconds. All right. Please and thank you. And I'll get out of your hair now. But I really wanted to just make sure that you understood that it is very much appreciated that you support the channel. All right. I love you guys. Make sure you're smiling. You deserve to remember what it feels like to smile. Smile long enough to the point where your brain chemistry catches on to, oh, we're smiling. Yeah, it's a little boost right there in case you didn't notice. Keep smiling. Love and light.